Our next presenter is Ryan Pandit with Building a Bridge with a Beat.
Let's be honest, making friends is hard, really hard. You have to know them through someone else, hang out a lot, and follow up constantly. But some people are able to make friends in a matter of minutes. How do they do that? Well, I was once introduced to a boy by my friends sometime during the summer. We had hung out once or twice, but we never really hung out at all. This stayed like this for weeks until the 4th of July, where we had gone to a celebration with 5 other friends. I started to mumble the lyrics to one of my favorite songs at the time. And I have to warn you, this song is not popular in 2026. It was Doomsday by MF Doom, a 2000s hip-hop song that none of my friends knew. To my surprise, once I started singing this song, my friend jumped in unexpectedly. It was great. We were like 2 rappers co-starring in an album. The only difference is, we were at a funnel cake stand, not a studio. After that, we started hanging out more and more. We started swapping songs and made our own album. The connection we found that day wasn't by chance. Our similar taste in music is what connected us. I want to find this connection between everybody in the nation. Tonight, I'll elaborate on this idea of music being a universal language. Music can connect people through musical ethnicities, common ground in friendship, and making music with other people. First, musical ethnicities. In order for us to unite a nation, we have to separate people into their musical ethnicities. According to various charts from Spotify, I've separated 4 cities into their most popular genres. Places like LA and New York City had hip-hop and rap on their top 10s, while Minneapolis and Houston had mostly country. This data shows how the coasts have a different taste in music as the middle of the US does. This might have something to do with the urban geography in these areas. Places like LA and New York City are heavily influenced by their biggest cities. And hip-hop and rap are most likely more popular in these places due to the amount of rappers that flock there to meet their urban target audience. For example, a small town in upstate New York is heavily influenced by what goes on in New York City. Growing up in New Jersey, I'm also very influenced by what happens in New York. In more rural places like Houston, as in Texas and Minnesota, songs that calm your nerves or are easier to sing to tend to be more popular. Country fits this vibe perfectly. It's the type of music that can be played on your way to work or while you're doing something. However, this may have something to do with age. According to Nielsen Diagnostics, younger people in wider ranges tend to enjoy pop, hip-hop, and country, while older people enjoy classic hits, classic rock, and country. This shows how this idea of younger people from one part of the nation and older people from another listening to different types of music creates a sense of division. This gave me an idea. What if we were able to create a song that appealed to both country and hip-hop listeners? We could theoretically unite a nation not only from a geographical aspect, but from an age standpoint. However, this is difficult because in the plainest of terms, it couldn't be more opposite. Let's start with tone. Typically, rap is angry, while country is either really sad or really happy. Structurally, rap has a very repetitive instrumental track and a vocal track that almost never repeats itself, while country has a very diverse instrumental track and a predictable refrain. In the production stage, rap takes a very technological approach, using bits and pieces from other songs and splicing them together. While country also uses software, the artist usually plans things out beforehand and then uses instruments that plug into the computer. However, music is very flexible. Some of the similarities in these two consist of some of these similarities include how rap songs uses pieces from jazz songs, which could be substituted for country. Sometimes a country is slow, leaving the opportunity for it to be sped up or reversed. These are some typical strategies used for making a rap beat. If we were to mix one of these older country songs with a modern rap beat, we could create the basis for an ideal rap song. These similarities are what lead me to believe that my goal could be achieved. Other than the technicalities and genres, music has a more abstract way to connect people, through friendship. In order to unite people on a national landscape, we have to build individual relationships. And music can be a perfect factor in that process. People need common ground in order to become friendly. Some common ground points in music can include genre, time period, and artist. If we were to find the median between these points, we could create a song that unites the nation. Other than my 4th of July doomsday coincidence, I've made other friends through music. For example, about a year ago, I joined a band. I already knew the guitarist, but the drummer and I are still jamming. After the band broke up, the conversation topic between us was always, when are we going to start a new one? Through music, I found another close friend that I otherwise wouldn't have known. Still, there's a connection hidden deep in music. It's very difficult to create a song all by yourself. You need a producer, instrumentalist, lyricist, just to name a few. But people who play music pass these people around to others. These ties within are the basis of the music industry. I've met many people through music production. For example, in Summit specifically, the music community seems kind of hidden. The number of passionate musicians in school environments seems small, but I've seen the real size firsthand. I was once performing at a club with my band and looked into the crowd to see at least 20 people I'd seen before. These experiences I built over time led me into a community of people that I felt like I'd been waiting years for. This new goldmine of musical people allowed me to improve as a musician myself. I was able to join a new band and find new people and new friends. The difference between connectivity in music and other activities such as sports is music's lack of direct competition. It's very hard to become friends with someone that you're actively trying to battle with. For example, about a year ago, I joined an MMA class. There was one boy who I thought was pretty cool, and I decided that I wanted to become friends with him. This is pretty difficult if your main objective while seeing them is to punch them in the gut, but I tried anyway. We started talking more and more, and we always chose to spar each other. But outside of that class, he never crossed my mind. There were times in which we were fighting when I absolutely resented him. This wasn't his fault, but purely the spirit of competition. Like I've said, many young musicians work together to reach their goals. There is no competition or resentment in music. Musical connectivity even occurs on a global scale. For example, an organization in Paraguay called Landfill Harmonic is improving the lives of impoverished children. They created a free program in which these children could build instruments out of trash, then learn how to play them. From violins to soprano saxophones, they have a functioning ensemble that travels the globe. One of the directors of this program, Fabio Moran, once quoted, "I sometimes think this mission is our goal in life. To build a bridge between two different worlds. Music is the bridge." I completely agree with Fabio. Music isn't just a bridge between people, it's a bridge between futures. These children may have turned to drugs or alcohol if not for the opportunities that were presented to them. For example, the singer of Imagine Dragons, Dan Reynolds, once said, "I think music is more powerful than spoken words. I think it saves lives. And I think music has saved my life." You see, Reynolds dealt with depression and poor mental health all his life. And yet when he was depressed at 12, he listened to Father and Son by Cat Stevens, which ended up moving him to tears. Music helped him open up about his emotions and saved him from a life of permanent issues. I could go on and on about how music has benefited me. But now that I think about it, I already have. Music's relation to strong friendships is the most prominent aspect of how music connects people. Music has served as a bond between people for years, and it serves them right. Music is a wonderful thing. It serves as a bridge between all of us, and squandering the opportunity to use it would be a shame. So more than just music, connection was the focus of the speech. So please, meet people at work, meet people at school, I don't care. But I do have a preference. Music is everywhere. In your home, in your car, in the streets, you name it. All we have to do is use it. Thank you.